Well, hello there, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this Capricorn new moon in December 2019 to the full moon in Cancer in January 2020. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and all that jazz. I am your reader for the moment, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive. Damn happy to be here reading for you today. Do check out my Facebook group. I'm actually doing a thing for winter solstice. Live stream. I am live streaming more and more in my Facebook group. It's called, there's a link in the box down below, Mark Angelo Lyons .. for short Facebook group. Go check me out. Please do like and subscribe. I'm working towards my 1,000 subscribers so I can do super live chat, get a little paid here and there. Getting a lot of clients from this too, to be honest. In fact, I have a client right after I do this one, Facebook Messenger spiritual counseling. But if you read the description box below, you'll see there's a little link on there called Drunk Tarot, Clarifying Drunk Tarot, which is my promise to my subscribers that once I hit 1,000 subs, I will do at least once a month for the first couple of months, a little ditty called Drunk Tarot. Go check it out. Other than that, this is a general read. Please do check your other signs. This is a relatively quick read. We're looking at around 20-25 minutes or so tops. Just 5 decks, 1 card each, in what's called a What Do I Need reading. What Do I Need reading is just like pulling an oracle card every day, like a card of the day, but fine-tuned with the grace of humility. The grace of humility is my saving grace of all of the graces, written about in my ebook, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, on sale. Took $10 off on my website. So you could get that for yourself, $14.95 instead of $24.95 for the month of December. And believe me, the grace of humility, I call it the maiden grace of Maiden Mother and Crone. Oh, great maiden goddess, please grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know, particularly when I do not know, so that the mind does not run amok with imagination and worst case scenarios and fantasies, but rather to know, my goddess, that like the Virgin, I do not know, but I am willing to be shown for the well-being of all, right? To come to the grace of with the grace of humility to any divination system, simply asking, what do I need? Such an easy, clear way, vulnerable, but vulnerable to the divine alone. Just saying, I don't know ultimately what I need, you show me what do I need. Cool, cool? Let's do this. We're working in a new deck, the Healing Mantra deck, Matt Kahn. We're saving it for last because it's just lovely. Let's dive. Please breathe. Most important thing you can do for any spiritual practice or healing modality or getting a reading, giving a reading, is to focus on the breath. Bringing you into the present moment, my Leos. I am Leo rising, so this is the first in this series where one of my planets is involved, so I'm looking forward to it. Usually these go a little bit over. Yeah, I'm Leo rising. Don't be shocked. Mars conjunct too. Cool, cool. Breathe in the chi, the prana, as I do, and we'll all be getting that 5th dimensional buzz, not to mention the most personal attention from the chi, the prana, the life force, the grace, the guidance for the well-being of all, right? So here we go. Let's ask the angels. All the decks I read are in the description box. This is the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Breathe. Oh, my angels, please, 1 card in clarity for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do we need? I'm one of them. What do we need to know, to look at, to deal with from the angels' perspective for this new moon in Capricorn in December to the full moon in Cancer in January? What do we need, my angels? Please, 1 card, a clarion call from the celestials. What do we need? Guardian angel, the symbol of the higher self. The guardian angel is the higher self. The inner child is the higher self. It is that, Abraham Hicks calls it the inner self, you know, Deepak Chopra, the true self, the transpersonal self, the Christ self, the Buddha self, that intermediary between your personality and the divine source, the ultimate singularity, the supreme being, right? And that we embody that, right? To embody it when you're feeling good, when you're in alignment, when you're feeling loving, when you're loving yourself, even when you are mourning, M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, and in grief, and opening your heart, loving what rises, blessing others, you are living as the angel in form. The guardian angel is you, but should you choose to talk to it separately as a guide, that's fine too. It'll play the holographic game of the illusion of separation for you. So something there about the higher self, about being guarded and guided by something higher, your higher self, or if you prefer to call it the guardian angel, that works too. It doesn't care. It loves you. Let's ask the goddesses with the daughters of the moon tarot, the divine feminine aspect, right? Like half of divinity if you want to go there. Breathe, please, daughters of the moon tarot, the voices of the goddesses. Please, my goddesses, one card in clarity. For this Leo collective, sun, moon, rising sign, what do we need for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer? What is it that we need? The angels are saying the guardian angel, the higher self, the fifth dimensional self and above. So please, one card in clarity for us, my goddesses. Who do we got here? All right, the Hermit card, the wise one, she who rides alone. Now this has been a little bit of a trend, not just in these what do I need readings. Cancerian got the previous reading to this one, the Cancer reading, got retreat. So this is a little bit similar. The Hermit card, she who rides alone, the Kaliach, right? She who rides the gray horse above, right? She's riding a horse above Stonehenge, above his stone circle. Pretty sure it's Stonehenge, right? So that thing of transcendence, of taking some time out, right? Self-care. Remember, the hermit is not someone who is forced. It is not someone in exile. That's what you call an exile. This is a hermit. They go by their own free will, their own free choice. In order to learn, to heal, to grow, to see, the motivations can be endless, but usually driven by some inner light. That's why you often see, you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the hermit, eyes closed, but with a lantern at the top of a mountain. Your eyes are closed. Why the lantern? Because it's about an inner light, right? To get beyond the castle wall into the soul, right? Okay, so that's what you need. Yeah, but now everybody needs that. That's why I feel there's with so much going on just in the United States politically, yeah, the impeachment stuff and all of that. But even how we're like treating each other, right? During the holidays, it's just chaotic out there. So the need for self-healing, right? To really listen to the higher self. The higher self says, come on, let's pull you out of the game, right? Better to catch on earlier, the intuitive, right? The divine feminine saying kind of like, I need to pull back. I'm feeling myself burn out, rather than have the immune system take you out of the game, you know what I mean? A cold, a flu, something like that. Or any sort of quantum entanglement to pull you out of the game, instead of saying, you know what, let me go willingly. I do not need to be dragged here. I am a Leo. If this means some time alone on the couch, right, some snuggly wugglies, you know, a little hot cocoa, you can fourth house it, right? You can absolutely, fifth house it. You can make it leonine for yourself, some pleasurable, some play, some creativity, some good fortune for that. Just doesn't have to be, you know, fight for your right to party 24/7 like we tend to do. Even us Leo risings who are Virgos and Pisces moons. Let's ask the gods through the Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant deck. Breathe, my Leos. Breathe and purr. My gods. Apollo in particular, who sits solo in the throne of Leo for me. One card in clarity. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this Leo collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do we need? What do we need from this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer? Considering the angels are saying guardian angel, makes sense. Considering the goddesses are saying the wise one, the hermit, some alone time, some self time, some hermit time. What say you, my gods? Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight. Slow down. Slow down. You can still move. You can still do things. You can still get things done, but slow your roll, right? Of all the knights, the Virgo knight, okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest. Now here at a standstill, but technically at a walk, right? The 4-horse speeds are gallop at its fastest, canter is a little bit slower, trot is a little bit slower, and walk is the slowest, aside from stop, right? So even though it looks like he's stopped here, it's the walk, right? Slow and steady wins the race, very much Earth sign. So both of the Divine Feminine Tarot and the Divine Masculine Tarot are talking about a slow down. Now, the Virgo more pull back, but notice both of them are on horses, though going in separate directions, right? They're going in separate directions? Yeah, they're facing each other, right? Heading towards each other. So, well, if you look at them that way, that's weird how that sort of plays itself out. Yeah, there you go. What are you going to do? That's just optics. But then really the yin and the yang are sort of saying the same thing in different ways. It's like, slow it down. Check within yourself that your guardian angel, your higher self, is within you. Yes, feels like above you, higher self, guardian angel, like behind you and above you. But if you really think of its light surrounding you, embracing you, then it is also around and in you, right? That's the truth. It's holographic, not in levels quite like that. Russian stacking dolls they just showed me, which makes a lot more sense in terms of interdimensional correlation. Like the mental body, the emotional body, right? The physical, how all those are stacked together. So let's ask the higher selves of all involved with the Whispers of Love Oracle. Love this deck so much. Often gives a nice clarifying voice to readings. So let's do exactly that. Please breathe. Breathe in that prana, that chi, that grace. Feels so good. So this is my higher self too, right? So I call upon the higher selves of all involved, mine included. Please, one card for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do we need for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer? Please, one card in clarity. A Whisper of Love Oracle for this Leo collective, since the angels are talking guardian angel, the goddesses are talking the Hermit, the wise one, the gods are talking the Knight of Pentacles, technically the beekeeper, so that slow and steady process of movement but building something, because beehives are not created overnight, nor do they produce honey that quickly, right? A long process, step by step by step. Slow it down, go through the process. So please, the higher selves of all involved. Now, the higher selves and the guardian angels being sort of the same thing. Please, a nice, clear message here for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Union of Hearts. This one just came up in a previous reading as well. A Union of Hearts. I think that was the Cancerian one. Yeah, right before this one. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. Now, if the connection of love is between you and your own guardian angel, your own higher self, blessed be, then you do want hermit time. You really do want to hear what the divine has to say to you, particularly if it's the true divine self of you, right? Your higher self is unique to you. We're all one. We're all notes on the octave. We're all colors on the spectrum, if you will, indivisible, right? So funny the word individual means not dividable. But nonetheless unique, right? You're your own unique manifestation in spirit as well as in form, and your higher self and your soul were chosen to play the role of the human body that you're in, right? So the soul of Markangelo Lyons, the higher self of Markangelo Lyons, I know it by a different name, was chosen like an actor, cast to play the role of Markangelo Lyons. So that there is a process, there is something going on here, slow and steady wins the race a little bit, a process going on, but that you might need to pull back, that there is a connection of love here that defies explanation, and should that play itself in to a relationship with another incarnate soul, soulmate, something along those lines, family member or something like this, then this is part of it, that this connection that defies explanation, as you love and heal your heart, you're only contributing love and healing to the situation, right? So sometimes where society or the rules, the mores, the agreements of our tribes would have us rush in Perhaps this is saying, really, listen to your better angels. Listen to your higher self. That might be saying, pull back. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Not to be selfish, but to allow this process of love to happen within you, to feel this union of hearts. And I have been able to do so much more for people at a distance, I find, lately. Not just working from home, you know, on the laptop and doing readings and stuff like that with people around the world, Western Hemisphere, you know, doing the best I can. This is a little bit different. This is about prayer work. This is about healing work. This is about activating your own, if you like, superpowers within the quantum, my Leos. Well, we're all one. So every time you heal something within yourself, it sends this butterfly effect, this ripple out through the quantum field. So as you heal, we all heal. As you love and bless your heart, you love and bless all hearts. So keep that in mind. That is at least the first wave or divine feminine way of doing things. The intuitively sensitive, the spiritually drawn, which tend to be people watching videos like this, just saying. One more card down, and it's the Healing Mantra Matcon deck. Yay! I'm so excited. These are so cool. I'm eating these cards off camera. They're so good. It does come with a little booklet. I mean, most decks do. I'm going to read from it because it's just such a little paragraph in here that gives a little bit extra. Otherwise, these cards are pretty basic. On one side of the card is the name of the mantra, not the mantra itself. The other side is the mantra itself. So in the book, they have them alphabetically. He gives a little bit extra, a little bit more insight, which I find delightful and very simple, right? I've been saying like a laser beam, but sometimes like the sword of Michael, the sword of truth, just coming through, cutting through the bullshit. That's Matt Kahn. I love him. He's a great spiritual teacher. Go check out his YouTube channel, Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N, All for Love. He's brilliant. Cool, cool. Nice deep breath. Let's ask the masters, since he's all about the ascended masters. You know, apparently he has the same ascended masters that I do. There are a crap ton of them, apparently. Talk about an industry. Invisible industries, but mine seem to have a bit more fun with. His seem like really serious. They're probably like, we tried that with you, kid. You got the more jokey lot. The Dead Catskill Comics Ascended Master, Shecky Green, and all of that. Nice deep breath. Here we go, my Leos. Breathe. My masters, please. One card in clarity, a healing mantra for this Leo collective sun, moon, rising sign. For this new moon in Capricorn, December 2019 to full moon in Cancer, January 2020, please. We've got the angels talking about the guardian angel and the higher self. We've got the goddesses talking about the wise one, the hermit. Makes so much sense, those two together. The gods are talking about the Knight of Pentacles, which is absolutely about a practicality, right? A healing, an occupation, all that Virgo 7th house stuff, but also slow it down, particularly with the image of the beekeepers there, that it is a slow but sweet and delicious process. The higher selves talking about the union of hearts, that there is a connection of love that defies explanation, whether that's between the Leo and the divine or within the Leo collective and another. So please, what is a simple, clear mantra, my masters? The best possible mantra. What is the mantra that the Leo collective needs for this new moon to full moon next? Please. Just one. Here we go. Inspiring others. Now, interesting that we would be doing that from a place of hermitage and slow and steady wins the race. Perhaps this is about inspiring ourselves, but let's have a look. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. You know, that's something that I do automatically now. It's something that I might have tried to do intentionally, but I was just Starbucks today getting my Verissimo pods. Look, if anybody ever wants to buy me anything, buy me Sumatra Verissimo pods. I had to drive all over fucking Long Island to find them. Otherwise, it's getting them through Amazon, which is fine. Just takes forever to get here. Inspiring others. I walk in, I'm like, hey, how you doing? It's so good to see you together. Well, thank you so much. Well, don't you look nice today? Oh, that's so nice of you to... even when I went food shopping today, I was like, shall we play along? Like, for the checkout, the cashiers fucking love me there. That I always try and inspire people without not directly trying to inspire them, right? By acknowledging their gifts. Well, thank you so much, right? Just to say thank you, a little upliftment here and there. So inspiring others, and the mantra is, I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. And maybe you need to withdraw with someone else to do that, or maybe you need to do that for yourself. Maybe you need to allow the process of the union of your heart with the sacred heart of the higher self, the true self, the God self, to what? Empower you by acknowledging your gifts. Inspiring others. Let me read it from the booklet. It's not terribly long. Inspiring others, the mantra again. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. When others are inspired, you allow them to take center stage and step into a greater acknowledgement of their personal power. Not something that Leos are usually known for wanting to relinquish, but I could see it in theme. When others are made to feel useful, they are likely to embrace more courageous decisions as their self-worth increases. Imagine the perfection of not having to do everything by yourself and infusing others with a greater sense of purpose just by asking for their help. It's not a matter of feeling weak or being incapable. Instead, it's about realizing the gift of inspiration you possess simply by inviting others to be a part of your day. You know, and with that Hermit card there of pulling back, and this card, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, very service-oriented, I could feel that to really come from your heart and to inspire other people and say, look, I'm burning out quick. I need some time to myself. Would you please help me? Could you please help me? Right? It doesn't have to be dire emergency, bleeding from both eyes and the third, right? It can be just like sort of inviting, like it says, inviting others to be a part of their day. It's like, could you just give me a hand with this? Or, I just need to sit for a moment. Could you just watch the kettle just for a minute? I just need a breather. That sort of thing. Because that's what the higher self is wanting to do all the time with us, is lift us up. The higher self only sees us as perfect. I know, it's a little annoying, right? Only sees us as in process, in development. Sees the entire timeline and all the quantum variations too. So all that's being asked to inspire others is just take a little piece of that and pass that along. One little last bit at the end here. This mantra is ideal for increasing intimacy in relationships. Right? Think about that. Inspiring others. Increasing intimacy in relationships of all different forms, not just the romantic sexual, although, honey, you're very inspiring. It's probably hopeful. Resolving martyrdom. Like, oh, I do. And you people, well, inspire others to really want to help. And communicating your needs, right? How many of us are great at that? Well, Leos tend to be a little bit better at it. As a Leo rising, I will contest to that. So plugging this all together, the angels are talking about really your connection to the divine, your guardian angel, your higher self. Talk to it as a friend, right? Talk to it as an actual separate being. It's not. It's the truth of who you are. It's your fifth dimensional, sixth, seventh, eighth, all the way up the stairway to heaven, if you want to Led Zeppelin it, right? And with that, here she is, climbing that stairway, the Hermit, the wise one, the Kaliach, on the gray mare, climbing ever higher to see more, to see the larger perspective, to see the greater picture, the greater light. From the divine masculine here, the gods talking about that Virgo card, that process, that service. Sixth house is healing, health, and occupation. So something that is repeated, something that is processional, a process. But that with this, there is a union of hearts and something inexplicable. So trying to put it into words might not be the easiest thing. It literally says on the card, there is a connection of love that defies explanation. So just kind of go with it. Go with the mystery of it. Go with the emotion of it. Be more here and here than here. While somehow inspiring others. Help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts, and perhaps that's your higher self doing it through you, for you, or you doing that for yourself, or in some sort of hermitage way, acknowledging that for others. Either way, a magnificent mantra practice. and spiritual practice for any waxing moon, for any new moon to full moon, regardless of one in Capricorn, which is about highest potential. Talk about inspiring yourself and others to their highest potential by acknowledging their gifts. You're so good at that. Oh my God, I wish I had that skill. You're so good. You're so beautiful. Your hair, right? Compliments. Now, pay yourself some of those compliments, Leo. Watch what happens. Just don't make a big deal about it, right? Excuse me, everybody. Don't say I'm magnificent. I look. Been there, done that. Used to be a theater major. Don't be shocked. Cool, cool. That's what I see for you, my lovely Leos. That is your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer. May the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising signs be blessed with all that they need for this moon cycle, this holiday, and into 2020. And so it is. May you be blessed. May all that you need find you, and may you have a very happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise holiday. But for now, my lovely Leos, hail, farewell, meow, blessed, blessed be.